Greetings, darling. So yeah, we are back at that other one. The connection was doing what it do. Nonetheless, let me see where we at though, because I'm gonna let Mercury do Mercury if we on the Mercury hour. We on the Sun hour. Okay. Say less. Greetings, beloved. So the message that's coming through here is basically a caterpillar into a butterfly type of vibes. So continuing from the last message, we had first deacon, soul attraction. Okay. So whatever it is that you have removed yourself from a particular mindset shifts. Okay, when I say shifts your reality, I mean that shit. Like on some, your work life changes, your love life changes, the way you see yourself, even the way you appear is going to change. Okay. We have first quarter challenges, confidence, commitment. We have the solar seal of the red serpent, and this is a divine masculine king transforming into an emperor. See, now I'm getting this energy where the divine masculine energy was fighting against itself, and it will continue to do so until its counterpart, feminine energy, decides to find the clarity or align with the mind's eye, which did come with a lot of heartache and pain because of the level of wisdom. A lot of sacrifices came into play. But in all of that, you do have here your fire guardians that were waiting to see when this will erupt in order to come with all the power that you signed up for coming into here. Not so much signed up for, but that you've had before coming into this world. So let's see what this other rose talk about. We have the transformation, this death card here. There's a lot of sacrificing going on here. There's a lot of blood. That's a whole lot of bloodshed, blood, sweat, and tears. Wow. This is somebody who came back to liberate their inner child. And that feels so brutal to me right now. It's not even funny. But that inner child is a warrior, though. That's why I would never mind waiting for you to reincarnate, for you to come back with the way that you were intended to be, to connect to this golden child energy. Okay. Okay. Let's see. The magician comes out. Yeah. This is giving me big Little Mermaid vibes now. Ursula ain't fucking with you this time. Or she never could. Look at that. Three of Wands. Speaking of Little Mermaid. Oh man. It feels very cold and very hot, like the extremes of coldness and the extremes of heat all at once right now. Let's see what comes up after. The Knight of Pentacles. Wow, so you got mutable energy here. That's a magician for sure. Magician of the earth elements and magician of the air elements. You just need it. Whoever this is a very powerful being because your fire was held from you for that particular reason. They want you to make sure, okay, you're one of the original magicians then. You are one of the original magicians. This is what I'm saying. Like, you came back for your inner child many times already. Minimum 9. You got feline energy, Antares energy. You could be an Andromedan that decided to come through. This lifetime, you are an Andromedan that came through Antares to reclaim your soul memory. That's why you met me. Shit. Remember what I was saying before about having a connection to the trees? They tell you a lot about yourself. Right shoulder though? Bruh, what's going on here? That's Gemini. The shoulders are Gemini. Okay. You know exactly who you are and who I'm talking to. Okay? You're about to be given the keys. These keys open any door you approach. Any door that you approach. Any door that you approach. Okay? But you have to be mindful of your surroundings and the company you keep. Because it's not that they're going to come for you. You also have the keys of annihilation. So, in that moment, what you're being asked to do is truly surrender any unhealthy relationships to Source. Your patience is what's being asked in the removal of certain situations or people. Yes, you can do this yourself. However, in order to, it's more so about you fully being in your cosmic essence in this earthly realm, but the earth is still going through a transition, which is why you're back here. Okay, you're back here to assist it in its ascension, which means you have all of the codes already unlocked, is what I'm saying. You have all the codes within you unlocked. Having all of those codes unlocked can push you to a space where you may want to take things at a faster rate, but just be mindful of that, okay? Because you can. However, it's giving me this energy. It's kind of like where you spin out, spin yourself out. People can still see you, but you're not even here. And Source doesn't want you to get to that point, either emotionally or physically. This shit just went a whole nother. So you see what I'm saying? She's on land, but she's still a mermaid. She still got her mermaid legs. So what I'm seeing is that you being your full out cosmic essence on this earthly realm, you're still gonna have memories of who you were before that, and you still have the power of free will, which means you still have the choice to feel like who you were in the past, but you're no longer that being. I still know who you are. It's 11:55 on the time where I just looked at it. You're no longer that being. You're. That's what I came through yesterday. Release your pains from Atlantis, because you wanted to avoid what happened there, and you're still carrying that regret from that moment. 744. 744. That's lion energy too. Orion, Sirius, Antares. Those three star families coming together is huge for the earthly realm in terms of the awakening. But now, the way the pieces on the board have been shifted, what many couldn't see, that mind's eye is wide open, that third eye is wide open, even if people want to have it closed, it's open. So now, with all of those codes unlocking within you, this is a moment to choose which experience you would want to be a part of: the destruction or the rebuilding, because they're happening simultaneously. Welcome, love. They're happening simultaneously. Look at that Five of Wands here at the top of the deck. What else is under that? And the King of Swords. You can choose to be a part of the battle, but what I'm noticing, well, the war, what I'm noticing though is that you're choosing not to, because the Knight of Swords was the first card, and the Knight of Swords is going a different direction than what the rest of the board is doing. The rest of the board is basically going through a transformational process to be the magician that they are, to rebuild here. Rebuild new habits, rebuild new ways of healing, because that's Virgo energy too. Five of Swords, once again. And this is a prime example as to what I'm saying. Because penguins used to fly, they adapted to not flying. So the penguin is basically telling you, don't be like me. Don't lose yourself at this moment where there's a shift happening where you can choose what you're going to do. Five of Swords followed by the Page of Pentacles. I love to see it. These fairies are around you. Fairy tale. This is like the reunion between you and your inner child. That was like, you found me, but you found me with your full essence. Because before you were just giving off one-dimensional, two-dimensional, you know, third-dimensional energy. Now you came through. And this brings you to Two of Cups. Listen, I was looking at something earlier, as a matter of fact. What was it for? It basically was to the effect that what's stronger than power, oh, there it goes. Who's this from? It's from an excerpt in 1822. Whatever some hypocritical ministers of government may say about it, power is the greatest of all pleasures. It seems to me that only love can beat it. So, choosing which side of the scenario or the narrative you're going to be on in this age that's being rebuilt. Because 400 years from now, some of you will be back here, but experiencing the glories of it. Okay, so this also came through earlier today. I said if there's a reason why people will cry when someone transitions, it's because of that knowing that is still yet unknown when it comes to reincarnation. Better yet, eternal life. And then it gave me this vision of someone being reborn in the physical and having a moment to reconnect with the family that they were a part of, their last time here on earth, and being recognized by that family, but knowing that they had to go somewhere else. It was kind of like a closure moment type of thing. So, I said, how do people experience that? And then the next vision was when somebody comes to you and says, I know you from somewhere. And you easily connect to that person. You'll hear that quite often. And I mean, hey, as often as you're hearing it, then you're definitely somebody who has the ability to connect with your previous family when you were here. So it just got real Scorpio-like. And we got the Queen of Swords coming in here. Look at her. You think she out here playing with anybody? Doubt it. Highly doubt it. This is someone who knows what they're here to do, what they're here to bring balance to. And it definitely got something to do with the partnership of love. Some of you came back to fulfill a prophecy with your lover. I feel like that's what we all came back here for. And once that prophecy is fulfilled, this world is completely different. It's like everywhere you go, it looks like this. Not just in your mind's eye, but with your physical eyes. Look at this. This speaks to me of multiplying. This speaks of a child here. This is what I'm saying about these twins now. Spirit children. And then we got the rune of partnership right at the top of the deck this whole time. The Nine of Pentacles. You didn't expect to receive this wish because this is a wishing well. Look at that. Nine of Pentacles, the Hermit, Virgo energy is coming through here strong. This is Virgo season though. And then we have the Tower. Let me say the Tower followed by, look at this shit here. Look at her. Coming out the water again, like I'm coming for your ass this time. Last time I found your ass in the water. Okay, my life ended then. I'm coming out the fucking water this time. I'm coming for you, damn it. Tower. It's like each person through every single lifetime, they go through a particular experience that breaks down a part of the foundation that no longer serves them. But as long as it's there, that's what they're going to continue to keep building on. It's like, okay, let's put it this way. This would be like, all right, if you're like a sun in Gemini with the sun in the fifth house, that house would be the foundation of your sun in Gemini energy because that's the house that it's in. So that's what incubated, that's where it was incubated, that's where it allowed itself to grow. And if that's the space it allowed itself to grow, it's picking up a lot of its habits or ways of being. So that sun in Gemini person, with it being in the fifth house, they may have more Leo tendencies. Okay, so they could have some fiery communication when it comes, to themselves or at the way they express themselves. The point is, it can be whatever you decide it to be. That's the whole thing about these structures in terms of belief systems and the way it affects your psyche and what you choose to do with it. You know? Yeah. Something told me that this live was gonna go in this direction because when I saw the child, the privileged lady, and expectation, and then it showed me 1812, I was like, yeah, this is gonna go far back. This is going real far back. You got the Three of Cups here. There's a celebration happening. Okay, okay, okay. Look at that. The King of Cups. This is the divine masculine that steps into their intuition, their mysticism, energy. That's one fine King of Cups, if you ask me. In terms of being family oriented, a smart worker when it comes to business, responsible, creative, wise, visionary, spiritual yet scientific, intuitive, stable, a leader, wise. You want me to keep going? And takes care of themselves, their mind, body, spirit, all of that. Cups. So that's the celebration here. For some of you divine feminines, you could be connecting with a water sign, sun, moon, or rising that wants to see you happy. That's all they want is just to see the joy. Just come across you. That's all they want. Yeah. Look at that. On another note, This could also be a divine masculine, a water sign who's looking at all of his past options just to really see the true one, because the true one has a connection to all worlds. No longer looking at life from a superficial aspect of material world. Because they're realizing now that shit ain't gonna cut it. There's too much going on in the world right in front of you. Ignorance ain't bliss, and that shit is just like, you know what I mean? But they still connect in the same way. It's like, okay, one aspect is I want to see my divine feminine happy, but I also see how far I've come when it comes to my past and not regretting any of it. Because Three of Cups and the Two of Cups will be sorrow, pains, and regrets. The Five of Cups, Mars and Scorpio. But there you have a will when it comes to, you know, the actions that you choose when it comes to your transformation based on what it is that you want, transforming based on what you want. And then we got the Ace of Wands. Whatever this, okay, this union that's coming in, as long as you stay focused on everything that you have to be, that needs to be removed, that doesn't keep you on your path of, you know, like you shouldn't have to have a moment of self-love because some shit just happened. Like that's been the norm and that shit's weird to me, which is another reason why I be to myself too most of the time. Where it's like you don't have to be in a partnership and to realize that it's working by having an argument. That shit don't make sense. Don't make sense. Somebody made it make sense, and that's just been the program that many have been on, but not over here. We can take that shit to the streets. I ain't with the shits. Okay. So obviously you can have a conversation, but an argument, this ain't political. This ain't it. That's not what we doing here. Okay. You're the emperor, you're the governor of your body. I'm the empress, I'm the governor of my body. We can come together and have a conversation, an argument. Take that shit somewhere else. Take that to a page because that's all they're doing because they want to elevate to becoming knights to then become kings, if we're looking at it that way. But you see what I'm saying, right? So this Ace of Wands, we got the Ace of Cups. Look at all these aces now. Look at all this abundance coming for you. I'm telling you, be careful. Really, if you don't want to be sitting here having children yet, then you know. Look at this. You got the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I mean, does it get any clearer than that? Because that full moon in Pisces definitely shifted the energy as far as the the way you imagine love to be. For some of you, that's what you really have to do so you can call that into you. Because with Mars and Gemini, ooh, Mars and Gemini is definitely going to assist you. And I told y'all the other day I wanted to watch a movie, didn't type it in my phone, didn't search for it, didn't do nothing. All I know is that I'm watching the video. I look to my right on that list, that motherfucker right there. This is why it's important to let go of that shit that no longer serves you. That puts you in this state of gossip. Like, because you're going to attract a gossiper in your life. Like, I'm going to take your ass to the boxing gym. That's real. Hit you with a 1, 2, 3, and slip on your ass if you keep playing. Then you got the Ten of Swords. Look at this rebirth. Look at this. Just look at this. Viva Ashe to you, beloved. Thank you for your currency exchange, my love. See what I'm saying? Like, all that betrayal like energy where people don't know themselves, they're insecure. Like, You went through these lessons for a reason, not to repeat the shit. Because don't nobody like getting left back, right? So don't leave yourself behind when it comes to what it is that's already destined for you to manifest. All you gotta do is get there. You already done placed the order, your food getting cold. Look at him, King of Wands. It's the same guy, if you ask me. He got his crown on this time, completing the cycle by connecting to that divine feminine energy within themselves. And this is when the message comes in. It's Page of Wands. So this divine masculine had to reconnect with his divine feminine soul, spirit that he has left behind constantly. And she's a magician like no other. Eight of Swords, Six of Cups. Yep, child past life. Eight of Swords speaks of sabotaging thoughts. What are these sabotaging thoughts here? We got the Four of Cups, Moon in Cancer, mommy issues. Eight of Swords is the Six of Swords, moving away, disconnecting, being able to move away, the star, towards their wishes, their calling here, beyond the drama. And then you have the King of Pentacles, because this is a giver. This is pre-Emperor, because this is the first physical element of the other three kings, which means now this is on the verge to walking towards their throne. You know what I mean? My tarot cards for this one. Shade. And then you have the Seven of Swords coming out here. The King of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. Looking at the Seven of Swords, so let me see what the Seven of Swords is. This could be the lack of support from family. So this could be the identical story that you could have with this person. Like those that you considered close to you betraying you, especially with that Ten of Swords coming out like that. You freeing your mind from that and just seeing it for what it is, as a lesson that you chose as a god or goddess to experience, to come up with a solution, not to make it seem as if, it for a quick moment it was happening to you, but that wasn't the purpose. It was there to happen for you, but it happened through you, which made it seem like it was happening to you. Look at that, the World card. And that's where needing the fire comes into play, because the World card was coming up under the King of Wands, Leo energy. And we kept getting that King of Wands energy in the last few readings. There was a delay here in connection to your spiritual gifts, and really studying and being connected to your spiritual gifts is what opened it up. This is all I'm saying. Yo, come through, Source, because what is it here that I'm looking at? Yeah, removing everything when it comes to not being able to withstand your almightiness. And it's not that you have this almighty spirit where you're being conceited about it. No, when people don't know themselves, they feel like you're being conceited. But let them do what they do. Let them do what they do. Because this is where some of you start to dim your light, unfortunately. I've been there. I get it. We ain't doing that shit no more though. Because that spiritual ass whooping ain't got shit on the way they look at you, think about you, feel about you, don't nothing compared to no spiritual ass whooping when it comes to these people feeling how they feel about you. That shit none of your business. The way people see you or feel about you is none of your business. If somebody got a problem with you, that's them choosing to have a problem and they chose to add you to it. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Now, if it do and you've handled it, see, this is what I'm saying. If it has something to do with you and you've handled it and they still choose to make it, ain't got nothing to do with you because you handled it. For some of you, this may be vice versa. This could be somebody around you that feels this way about you. But put on your big girl, big boy panties and say, I bet this is what it is. Let me shift and let's go do this. Let's get to where we're supposed to be. Seven of Cups. Options. A lot of illusions too. There you go. King of Wands right here. Under that, we have the Six of Pentacles. Really focused on, the moon is still in Taurus. This is moon in Taurus. So let me see what this is doing here. Five of Cups is showing it's okay. It's releasing. The emotional body is releasing a lot of past life trauma here. Some of you may have felt like, as far as like ascension symptoms, like fever-like energies, but that was just probably for like a few hours, and then it went away. Ooh, we got Pele here. Definitely. Familiar past life traumas. This is generational wounds that you're releasing here. And this is what I mean about your fire guardians. This is Pele. Okay. And then you got the Queen of Pentacles and the Moon. Talking to the... We got the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles out here. We had the Queen of Swords come through, but the Queen of Swords came out here with the King of Cups. That's a lot of people. So this could be significant in terms of what it is that you're breaking yourself free from. Libra, Scorpio, King of Pentacles is Taurus, Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn. The moon could be all water signs. For some of you, this is really connected to your descendant sign. So whatever your rising sign is, that descendant energy could be where you're doing a lot of clearing. Pele, and then we got the Knight of Wands, and then the Four of Wands. So we got Aries, Sagittarius, and then we got Venus and Aries. So wherever you have, whatever situations you have placed yourself in, like giving your all, but it wasn't reciprocated, Pele's coming in to wash all that out, putting you through the fire, putting the situation through the fire. It's a fire cleanse. Yeah. Let me see what else is popping. This right here. This is something else. Take that. I appreciate you, one. I'll tell you that. Let me see. What's the next message here for the collective? Excuse me. Red Serpent. The power of life force through the action of survival, the essence of instinct, planet Maldak. Crown chakra, solar seal number 5, the zone of the serpent initiate. Galactic karmic of Maldak. Yeah, here to bring back the consciousness of the planet that decided to implode upon itself, which means you are an advanced being. People from Maldak were advanced beings. They don't even know what a car is because a car is weak. That's all I'm saying. Like your mind be on something. So you would be the type that experience a lot of moments where you have to isolate yourself. Red Dragon, Shay. Here it goes. Red Dragon. Right here. The Cardinal family, the establishers of the Genesis. The Red Dragon is the zone of the Ancient of Days, galactic karmic of Neptune. You're the cosmic consciousness of spirituality, what that truly means. White World Bridger, you're the zone of the Hierophant, galactic karmic of Mars, cosmic consciousness of the ways of Mars, the spiritual warrior. Then you have the blue monkey, the zone of the magician, solar prophetic of Venus, the outbreath of Venus. Then you have the yellow warrior, the zone of the pathfinder, wolf-like energy, solar prophetic of Saturn. Divine Lord, Mayan sun god, also connected to the mother of human civilization, activation of galactic memory, as far as you being a galactic karmic. You got red moon there. Okay. All right, now Aries Libra, immediately showing me the Awaz room, number 17, speaking of movement, progress, and horses. You have a different type of trust and bond when it comes to animals, specifically horses, or horse whisperer. You have a keen ability to deceit and detect and uncover subtle deceit. The quote for this room: the mind will trust the body will trust the mind. That's the same thing with horses too. They can tell when you're prepared to ride them. Sometimes they'll scare the shit out of you too. Just to try, just not try, just to actually do something that'll make you either continue or get off completely. Passage, transition, and movement, relocation. So some of you could be relocating here. It's definitely going to be an abundant new life where you'll be able to experience love, partnerships on deeper levels of emotion. Okay. So we have here 517. Saturn in Taurus, divine timing is at play. Divine timing is at play. 517. Mother of humans, it says. 517. Wow. The number 744 comes up here, and 744 connects to lion. So lion mother, Leo mother. Let me see. 517. This is a strong one here. He who curses his father or his mother shall surely be put to death, aka shall surely have to go through a transformation. Now, here's the thing about that now. This could also be where you have children who are actually their parents' parents reincarnated. But through ignorance, that's mistaken. Ashay, congratulations, honey. You moving this month. I know that's right. There you are. Yes, ma'am. Yes. We packing and moving. Yes, let's do this. Mother is a Leo, Sun, Virgo, Moon, Aquarius, rising. Ashay. So we got Aries, Libra here. Make sure all the connections and communications you have in beloved are with and on purpose, y'all, okay? And then it says, make moments of gratitude a priority and be patient with yourself. Aries is significant, which is the I am energy here. So if you have Aries between 0 and 9 degrees in your chart, that's ruled by Mars. 10 and 19 in your chart, that's ruled by the Sun. 20 to 29 Aries would be Venus or Jupiter. You have to see your natal chart. So definitely study the sciences, your natal chart, because it's definitely helping you with that. And this could be, ooh, second deacon, Three of Wands, Sun and Mars. That would definitely be the Three of Wands, which means you're calling in your ships. You're calling in your abundance here. So you're calling in their abundance. Let's talk about that. Give us some more here for the collective. As far as calling in your abundance, no mind. Here. I gotta do my braids over. Calling in their abundance. Three of Wands. Some of you could be going on a spiritual pilgrimage on your own. That's also the Three of Wands. Something you've been waiting on is now coming in. Okay. Oh, you got this, boo. Say less. 818. Let's do it. Aries North Node 29. That's 29 degrees is the anywhere you got 29 degrees, that is wealth. Like that's generational wealth. 29 degrees in your chart is connected to generational wealth. 5 degrees, that would be something that you have easy access to, but it could easily leave you. 17, it could be in between, depending on how, that would be like an investor type of thing. Energy too, all that top shit. Sorry. All right. Calling in their ships, Three of Wands energy. One moment there. Whatever it is that you're calling in is because you completed the initial stages of a creative project, more so having to do with your self-expression. April 3rd to the 8th could be significant also. If you're experiencing circulatory issues or pelvic circulation issues, saffron could also help. Saffron. Saffron. You're also coming into this space where something new is being revealed to you that wasn't revealed to you before. This is finally getting something done. Thinking it was the end, but it was just the beginning. Look at that. You got the King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here. It's the current situation. Wow, that was the Eight of Cups. It went in and out. This is walking away from something that no longer serves you, which definitely goes with what you thought was an ending was actually a new beginning. Then we have the Strength card coming out here, Leo energy. Taming the beast, taming the ego, making your ego in service of your soul, and it's connecting you further to unconditional love for yourself, to be able to express yourself to yourself, so you can actually do so you can actually put into effect whatever ideas you've been having and not holding yourself back any longer. Then we got the Two of Wands, Knight of Swords. Yeah, you've been carrying burdens that's been keeping you at a crossroads financially, which also blocked you from your own independence or strength and courage. If I'm gonna put those back, I just want one card, Spirit. Well, you got the Star card coming out as the obstacle to the Strength card. And this would be becoming whole because these two are polar opposites, Leo and Aquarius. So for some of you, the challenge is leaving behind old friendships here that actually no longer serves you, that puts you in a space where your soul is in service of your ego, not your ego in service of your soul, because they have no idea what that is, but they were just there to help you to realize it. See, this is why I don't do the word friends, because if you break that word up, you have Fry, which connects to Friday, which connects to Venus core values, and the word end. So they're friends that you meet that bring an end to certain core values that no longer serves you. You hear me? That's what we're doing here. Look at that. You got the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Moon in Aquarius, February 9th to the 18th. And right after Seven of Swords, just off of the dates, 218 going into 219 will be Pisces, and the first deacon of Pisces is ruled by Saturn, which is the Eight of Cups. So what you thought was the end is actually the beginning here. Shame. It's at the basis of this for the collective, calling in their ships. Ooh, you got the King of Pentacles. I wasn't saying that for no reason before. This is Venus energy, Taurus, having all that you have been asking for, because now you're in this state of emotional security before you weren't. So this was blocking your manifestation. In the moment that you were able to express yourself freely and not caring about what anyone has to say, especially if you're not hurting anyone, they're just not in their conscious mind, in their own conscious mind, to even see what it is that you have to say that's actually beneficial for them, but they're not prepared to make that shift. This is also helping you to see where you could possibly be holding yourself back by having these conversations with these people. And you could actually be having like this mind-blowing moment where it's like, oh shit, I've been holding myself back because I've had this energy around me. I've been wanting to help them, but I'm really not designed to do that. I was only designed to say it once, if that, and it didn't, bring forth the effect that you thought it would. It's not that you're doing anything good or bad, right or wrong. You're doing just cause and effect. So when the Justice card come out, if you do, we gonna know what's up. That's the truth, though. Ace of Swords. In the immediate past, that was the Lover's card that jumped in and out. The same way the Eight of Cups did. The love is about making a decision, so that already happened. And then we have a reconciliation here in the immediate past. So this reconciliation was basically the influence to everything else that's happening right now. It was like the catalyst for it all. 53 on the time. As I said, that's 88 Lionsgate, 808, 53 though. What we talking about? Distinguished. Excuse me. Hold up. Coda speaks of pierced, marked, selected, separated, set apart, distinguished, celebrated, famous, shepherd, herdsman. His children were among, let me do the metaphysical aspect of it instead. Thought activities whose office in the organism is to shepherd the sheep, guide, protect, and feed one's thoughts, to care for the herds or animal forces. These thought activities are or should be of a high, devout spiritual character, someone who has been selected, therefore set apart because they are distinguished and you're on your way to stardom. Right here, star card. But here they are more, but here they are more of the outer, somewhat inspired intellect than of spirit. Their descendants were Nethinim, bond servants in the temple, and among those who could not show that they were of Israel, real, true, spiritual thoughts. This is a vibe where you was hiding who you were for a long time, and that shit can, ooh, the way it affects your body to block out that type of energy. Just know how powerful you are to block it out to an extent, because then your body's going to start telling you, hello, something is off. We're not fully connected here, you know. hmm And we have the moon in Taurus here, which is still in the sign of Taurus right now. Let's see what's crowning this reading here. Two of Pentacles, Jupiter and Capricorn. So this is success that comes through endurance. This gives me the vibe of your cosmic parents having a savings for you. So it's like, yeah, we'll put all this together until you see everything, because we don't want you to sabotage where you're going. You know, we don't want you to sabotage that. So that's the beauty about, reconciling with situations where others may tell you you shouldn't, but you have to see for yourself why you shouldn't, because it's something about that experience that still has to unlock within you. However, once it does unlock you, you have to start responding to that, because some people will hear that and feel like, oh, that they can still stay in the situation. No. Here's when you know you got to set yourself apart from the situation. When your mind, your body, and your spirit are no longer in alignment to your body. Okay? From the moment that you start getting cloudy about what you're here to do, that's a clear indication as to, because your partner is supposed to be there to inspire you. So, yeah. Moon card. Let me see, what's this hidden Nine of Pentacles, independence here. It's showing me a reconciliation that puts you at a Two of Pentacles, but once you learn that lesson, you immediately discover what has been hidden within you and your subconscious mind that keeps you going back to this, because action-wise, it would be the Nine of Wands, which is a wounded warrior. Always wanted to save people that don't want to save themselves. We're not doing that no more. That's called manipulation. What's in the immediate future here? Down to Ten of Pentacles. What's in the immediate future? Whoa. The immediate future, these two came out. Saying bye-bye to the past. You receive your reward, which has to do with your purpose. Following the sun, get in alignment with the sun, your immortal spirit, your identity, your life purpose. That's what sunflowers do here. And this is also connecting to your star family, to the sense of you realizing that you're here to experience joy. You're literally here to experience joy. So once you go through these lessons, what's supposed to shift within your mindset is you work smart. You're not here to work hard. You're here to work smart. You're here to enjoy life. God is having a human experience. So removing these programs that you're supposed to struggle before you get to a point of success, like that shit right there. You see why you have all of these, situations in life that you see. This is your advice to let go of the discontent and boredom. Telling you because you're here to experience joy, and the Queen of Wands looking directly at what's in the environment. And then we got the Four of Pentacles, which speaks of separating yourself to be distinguished. Come on now, separating yourself from all of the restrictions and realizing that you can, because this is a choice right here. That chain is not that tight on the necks of these beings here at all. They can easily just go boop. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. Just here to experience joy. That's it. Look at that. Oh. I said the Queen of Wands looking directly at what's in her environment. The fucking King of Wands. Yo. That shit right there. Ain't no need to be juggling like this is a long time coming. Yo. And then the Page of Wands. This is a message coming from an ally, a lover, someone that you can actually trust. And this is definitely someone on the same level as you. I mean, Source was like, yo, drop all of this that you sitting here focused on. Like, man, if you don't drop this shit, then go get to where I'm putting you. And this is a very fun union. It's strong, it's powerful, but it's animated. Like other people would love to be around y'all. That type of energy. It's a lot of like double dates type of stuff, where you influence other people to want to be in love, you know? Let me see what's at the top. Divine intervention is at play. In terms of doubts and fears, what is your advice for the collective here? In terms of your doubts and fears, what is your advice? Remember the journey you've been on. Remember the path you decided to take. Because you know all there needs to be known. Mind you see what this Hermit is holding, and this is Virgo season. It's saying don't even trip, because this Virgo season is helping you cleanse from whatever else needs to be cleansed before you step into spiritual partnerships of Libra. Because the Hermit is holding the Star, which is your challenge. So when it comes to whatever you're doubting and fearing, know those are stories that you are telling yourself. But your highest self is telling you, you have too much access to the mysteries of transformation to be feeling like anything other than joy. And this right here, this is basically saying, no. You about to receive a very strong spiritual connection to all things around you. Especially with this cosmic consciousness that you now have. those two come out together like that? With these two? See, the Queen of Wands is a high priestess and the Hermit is the King of Wands. Wow, y'all both went through this shit, huh? I see it. The Aries is a high priestess. The Leo is a hermit. And that's rare for a Leo to be a hermit. That's unless they got some placements where they would want to isolate themselves. Like a Cancerian, a homebody. A Leo that's a homebody. That's some fairy tale shit, man. If you ask me, because a Leo, for one, I'm not saying that they a high vibrational Leo without too many like Cancerian placements, they would be out there. You would have to be a person that's really emotionally secure because they're highly attractive to a lot of people. So if you're emotionally insecure, that's not gonna work. Yeah, this is that other thing about be careful what you're wishing for. Some of you about to get what you're asking for. You better be prepared for it because it's at your doorstep. Look at that. It even says to drop the past because this would be the Three of Cups. Because everything of the past is showing you the lower vibrations of yourself. Oh, homebodies, man. That's a lot of babies. That's why that King of Wands. That's why that Ace of Wands was coming through like that with the Ace of Cups. No longer feeling left out in the cold. Let me see what's under that. Look at that Nine of Wands energy that I was talking about earlier. Page of Pentacles. What is the outcome here for the collective based on this energy? Because there's some things here I want to clarify. What's the outcome here? Victory. This is strong victory. There's a lot of communication, a lot of truth communication. This is patient communication. It's wow. Okay, so based off of this and it being a spiritual connection, this is going to take both of you very far in life because you're going to be able to um, exchange your gifts, exchange ideas, which is only going to create abundance in the life of both of you. I definitely saw 8:38 on the timer here as I looked up too. Wow. Step going. Okay. Going forward now. They have now surrounded us in our steps. They set their eyes to cast down to the ground. Then we have wow. I'm getting this energy where the heart is now guiding your eyes. That's let me okay. What is the Two of Pentacles about? Look at that. Ace of Swords here. Something about this truth is connected to this. What's the Two of Pentacles? It's Jupiter and Capricorn, December 21st to December 30th. There's Jupiter and Capricorn, so that's it. Clarify this here for the collective. Knowing who you are, utilizing it correctly, based on who you are, and it brings you abundance here. It's the Two of Pentacles. It's the Two of Pentacles. This is what's crowning the reading. So this is where the mind is set. Why is the Two of Pentacles the setting of the mind here? Wow. No longer juggling what exactly? The judgment call. Answering your calling when it comes to the heartache and pain you've experienced in the past that put you into this state of self-sabotaging thoughts and out of balance. 2038, which is 838. And then we have the King of Swords coming up with the strategy here. Now, what does this lead to? What does this lead to? What does this ending of juggling lead to? Ace of Cups. Supreme unconditional love, spiritual enlightenment and fulfillment. The heart is guiding your eye. And then you got the Ace of Pentacles. This is what we're doing today. Can we do this every day? Okay, it was just 1:11:56 on the timer. That's 1:11:11. That's 5:11. That's 5 ones right there. There's some change, all right. There is some change. Yeah, the heart definitely guiding the eyes in terms of the way you fill your cup up this time around. As above, so below, as within, so without. What's the Ace of Pentacles? A higher level of commitment, the Hierophant. Walking away from what no longer serves you spiritually to go to your Ten of Pentacles, which is your abundance, your support, inheritance. This is the manifestation of supreme love, but also, this is what I'm saying, this spiritual connection is going to lead you to a lot of money, effortlessly, too. Why is the Star card the challenge here? What's the challenge of the Star card? What is the challenge of the Star card? Releasing the sorrow, pains, and regrets that have already been released energetically. But through false perception, you can easily reconnect yourself. Yeah, through false perception, you can easily reconnect yourself to sorrow, pains, and regrets. Five of Cups, Mars and Scorpio. And then we have, Seven of Cups, illusions. Also, your dream state is clarifying a lot for you. So there could be certain visions or dreams that you have that may change your mood when you rise up. But just understand that you're purging a lot of situations here, okay? King of Pentacles, which is at the bottom of your spread. So let's talk to the King of Pentacles then. Because the Star card, the healing that comes in as a challenge is basically you not allowing it to happen. Let me get one more. What's preventing them from not allowing it to happen? The Tower. What's the Tower? We got the Six of Cups, the Six of Swords, and Justice, and the Page of Wands. What in the world? These are all turned over here, though. Then you got the Four of Swords here. A lot of healing is happening. Allowing the healing to happen from the past, moving forward. This is justice being served. This is the balance of it all. But let me see. What is the Tower here? What is the Tower? What's the Tower here? That's not allowing them. Patience. Yeah. Patience. I know that's right. She said, I manifest everyone in this live 10,000 Ashe. May Panthera's business grow. May we move into places as we feel our reflection of the true peace we feel inside and deserve. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Yes. Look at that. Look. The wheel of fortune. Divine intervention. Did I take the card and put it back? No. No, I did. What's blocking the patience? What's blocking patience? The moon. And that's also part of the Ace of Cups here. The moon cycle. So getting familiar. See, this is what I'm saying. Things that are coming up from your dream state that's actually helping you to purge the sorrow, pains, and regrets of the past, or anything or anyone you may have reconciled with. This could even be toxic habits too. What's this moon energy? What's the moon's energy? The moon, what's been hidden, is the Four of Cups that you're being advised to separate yourself from here. So we'll hold off on the King of Pentacles. Tell me more about the Four of Cups as the advice. Tell me more about the Four of Cups as the advice. In reverse, you have it here. Okay, you have communication coming in, so this is why you're also being asked to release everything of the past. Okay, King of Wands. The energy in your environment. This could also have something to do with someone who wants to partner up with you to take any business matters or ideas you have to the next level. So therefore, this is someone's reward for learning the lesson of trust. What is this communication coming in? Wow. King of Swords, King of Wands. That's definitely becoming whole when it comes to your creative power and knowing who you're supposed to connect with. What's this Eight of Wands though? So you're also being advised that things that are coming back from the past that were deceptive, to let that go, but that communication could be coming in. We have the Queen of Wands here, Aries energy, which is in the environment, which is in the immediate future also. And then we have the Emperor. What the fuck? This is knowing the difference between a queen and an empress, or a king and an emperor then. The difference is the emperors and the empresses have all four elements locked in. They have all four elements locked in. However, the empress and the emperor are all of these kings and queens as well. So, in terms of needing fire, this could be the energy that comes towards you the moment you release everything that will dim your light. So talk to me, King of Pentacles. What you here for? It's a connection to a mother, Queen of Cups. Values in connection to the mother, and taking a leap of faith when it comes to your healing, the way you decide to heal from carrying the burdens of generational wounds, especially in matters of love. You could have a Chiron in Cancer or Chiron in the fourth house. This is also connected to the Hermit. Wow. Because that's also in the position of your doubts and fears. Some of you are doing something you're not comfortable doing, but it's actually beneficial for all parties involved. And now I'm hearing a win-win outcome that's forecast, which has already been in progress since the Aries season. Or coming this next Aries season is when, if you feel like you have to separate from people that you love dearly, but you never saw yourself having to do so, just know from what I'm seeing here, that's temporary, because your actions is going to allow people to step into their truths. So I'm all about detachment, but forgiveness is another thing for me too. But there's some people that just want to remain assholes. That's not who I'm talking about. You can get this move. But there we go, 3 of Wands, right there. And that's what this whole spread was about, calling in your ships. This could be love, work, health. Listen, what's the 3 of Cups energy? The Star, which is your challenge. So for some, that was a challenge to reconcile with certain things, to see it for what it is. Some you may not even realize that would be a challenge until you experience it, and basically the dots started connecting. So this would be like, having information about like your human design, your galactic signature, numerology, but now seeing the experiences that connect to these particular aspects or these moments of transits in your life. We got the King of Wands again. So what's up, King of Wands? Talk to us. What you got going on? What you in here for? Okay. 5 of Wands, Saturn and Leo. What about that? Ah. So this is an energy of, Saturn. This would be completing the cycles of drama or all lifetimes were being used and coming in with an offer of reciprocity with this 6 of Pentacles, Moon and Taurus. Yeah, for sure. Because this would be the Tower. 10 and 6 is the Tower. And then the Tower was clarified by the Moon card. So this full moon in Pisces really brought to the surface a lot of the things that weren't yet set in stone. But this was the moment to really bring it to a point where you had to make a decision and change it. Okay. It's fell on top of the Emperor here. Yeah, 4 of Wands. And I see why you were advised to close out a particular cycle of the past or way of thinking or feeling of the past when it came to deception, because the communication that's coming in as the Emperor, but you don't want to confuse the two. Dropping cards and shit. Thankful to have gotten my reading invite. You're so welcome, honey. I first heard of human design from you. You're a generator. And I'm not looking for it. Oh. People always love to come and talk to you, generator. So just make sure make sure you're in the state to hear what people got to say. You don't gotta force yourself to do it either. And always pay attention to that part of your human design where it says you're not being yourself. Do what you do. What's the Ace of Swords here? The 6 of Cups, soulmates. This is how it came through. Clarity about your inner child to bring joy into your life, infinite joy into your life. And then we have the Strength card, which is your first card out here. And then we have the Knight of Wands. So this is finding the strength to find the love within yourself to not have to connect to situations or people who are constantly in and out. And the moment you become clear about where that wound is, with that puts you in that space to, seek something outside of you, and you become clear as to where that comes from. Nip it in the bud. I've had friends tell me deep stuff about them, and I ask them why they tell me that. Look at that, Ace of Wands. Let's go. Ace of Swords is being clarified by the 6 of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So this is a rebirth of the inner child. So once that imagination is flowing in the age of Aquarius, the age of knowing, the age of mindfulness, where the mind is the universe, First law. Wow. Yeah, I want it, huh? Yeah, you got wish fulfillment here, Nine of Cups. This is the elders that support you in all different realms celebrating you here. Because the other 8 cups are standing there and they're celebrating you with this 1 cup of like, you did that. You did that. You did that. What'd you do? You allow yourself to focus on your work, to remove yourself from these self-sabotaging thoughts. 8-8 is also significant. So this would be, yeah, you chose to expand on your purpose rather than your thoughts in the level of you connecting to your purpose means you're connecting to your conscious mind. Now your thoughts can do so many different things before it becomes a part of your conscious mind. So those are like what the 3 levels would be. That's the way I'm picking up on it right now. Some of you definitely continue writing. Definitely continue writing. It's working. Whatever it is that you've been writing out, that shit working. It is working. See what that's the truth about whatever it is that you constantly will go in and out of. Once you get to the root of it, it has something to do with your inner child. It made it easier for you to forgive people. Now some of you could have gone through some brutal things, but remember, you came from, a realm within this galaxy and decided, I want to experience that. As brutal as it may have been. High Priestess and the Hermit. Well, High Priestess, she's revealing to you that you've been healed from the dark night of the soul. Don't make this other part of your process where the healing has been bestowed upon you, because you got this light going on now. That's the Emperor showing up here at the bottom of the deck. Okay. I am who I say I am. I am grateful to be here with all of you here on this live. I feel the love, honey. Look at that. 9 of Pentacles and the Empress. Major independence. Now, this is definitely, yeah, partnerships in all areas of life is about to blossom. Just stay focused. Just stay connected to love. You already know now that you can choose to be a part of the chaos and the destruction. Some of you, if you choose to, just make sure, you know how to balance that energy out. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, you're really here to experience joy. You know what I'm saying? So, what's the Hermit's energy? All of these burdens that you've been carrying that are not yours, you drop them because you have enough on your own. But all of that you've been carrying that is yours has a lot to do with your power, which allows you to now have this rebirth. But you have to remove all of the other excess situations to connect to this rebirth and this awakening. And you have the King of Pentacles, and he said what? The same thing that we clarifying right now is like you went through the dark night of the soul of all of the maternal energies of your bloodline, and you came out as a star, baby. You came out as the star that you are. You came out as a star that you are. You're going to start to see all of the past generations before you are surrounding you start to go through their healing as well. Look at that. A lot of you are going to be receiving a lot of messages of gratitude. And some of it may come from people who did you real dirty. You know what I'm saying? But just look at how they were able to muster up that confidence to even say something to you. It will show you a lot about who you are. For some of you, that's where the universe is connecting to you to see if you're ready to go to your Emperor, Empress level, or if you're still operating as a king or queen. So, Because that's what this is showing me here too. With these two. Is it like this? Like this. Something's coming back around to elevate you both, either the masculine and feminine within you, or just, between you and your partner, or any partnerships that you have. And with this Mercury retrograde coming back around, like you could even have a situation where people don't realize why you may have separated from them. This Mercury retrograde could make you want to explain a situation from years ago, but you notice from that moment to this very moment, they're showing you exactly what they did in the past and why they did it, and this is why you were able to let bygones be bygones per se, and not from the space of hate or like nothing like that. It's just like you just outgrown the person. That's all. But yeah, baby, that's your messages. That was lit. I'm gonna watch this one over. Okay. I love you all. Look at that. The cards flipped over to courtship. Claim that Jones. I love y'all so much, yo. For real. Go to bed this evening with so much love and joy in your heart. Wake up that way too. Have you at least 32 ounces of water before you go to bed? Yeah, I said 32 ounces. I ain't say 8. 32. Have you some good. Drink that water and allow that water to replenish you, and tell that water that the water that is entering your body is water of joy, cosmic health, abundance, unconditional love, and anything else you want to add to that, because that's what's going to get you to the other things that you may asking for, whether this may be a move or a house or this, that, or whatever. Ask for the foundation of that so you can get whatever it is that you're asking for in the physical multiplied on some real shit. I love y'all. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time.